It should be said that if you want to abandon your attempt, you can just run to this next area and it will end. So let's say you get a really bad start and you know it's not going to work, you can just head the other way and end it. I think I'll probably put something in the description about this minigame, because there are quite a few variations of it if I'm not mistaken. Oh boy. I'm hoping Waka can pull through here. Yep. Air humping. Two. 3. What? I didn't even run into that. Four, 5, 6. Oh, so shit, I have to run back and actually open the chest. MP sphere. Oh yeah, I did it. Okay, so that's why it was worth coming back to it. So you get an MP sphere. Who might benefit from an MP sphere? I guess... Obviously the obvious answer is one of these two, but I'm thinking for people that can have statuses like Tidus and Raw Haste and Auron with his power break and all that. I'm not quite sure, we'll have to decide that in a minute. So that's the first butterfly minigame, and other than that I think there is another one, and then there's probably 2 more in the post game. Either there's a total of 4 or a total of 6 butterfly minigames, so I'm not 100% sure. At least we've done the one in this bit, but I think the other one is more difficult. There should be one in this area as well. Trying to get another petrify grenade, but it's unlikely.
Live and let live!
There you go, there's another butterfly there. So yeah, I do think there's another mini game in this bit as well. Oh yeah, that's good steal.
I'll be right back.
Okay, before you really get too into these games, it's better to probably get to the end of this, get to the end of Macalania, because there's a save sphere there. Then you can save and come back and do the mini game if you really want to spend a bit of time doing it.
I won't go so easy on you next time.
Because of all the encounters that you can't escape from, if you touch the red butterflies, it might take a little while to actually complete the game. So this is the one that you run into, by the way. I will show you it once. Oh shit, there's a red one, I couldn't tell from the screen. That was a shit start. Oh man. These are going to be difficult to kill. I don't really have much that can help here. Yeah, there's not much I can do. Let's get a walker out here. Oh man, do like half damage. That's terrible. Might have to try and use Lulu's overdrive here. Okay, I'm going to use her overdrive. Yeah, because we never really get to use it that much anyway, so it might get me out of trouble. Okay, how much do they have left? Okay, they're one grenade away from death. Yeah, no one else is going to be able to really do the damage necessary, so I'd have to get Riku to deal with it. Again, grenades came in useful there. So this is what I mean, the butterfly minigame will waste a lot of time, but if you're underleveled and you don't mind taking the risk of actually doing this to level up a bit, then feel free to play the game. Okay, so I did a quick little bit of research after recording this, so I thought I'd add this in now that I have a chance. You can actually get 6 treasures for completing this minigame, and 4 of them you can get before the post game. So one of them you saw was the MP sphere, and if you do the one that I missed a minute ago, you'll get an ether, which is a pretty shit prize. There's a boss battle coming up soon, and if you can complete that boss battle and then come back, then you'll get a chance to do the minigame again, and you'll get the Mega Elixir ×2, and if you do the North one, you'll get an Elixir ×2. And they're the only times that you can do it before the post game. And then in the post game, you'll get one more opportunity, and I'll talk about the post game one when we actually get to it. That's a bit silly, hold on. Let's go here first. To be honest, it doesn't really matter now that I think about it, but... Yay, at least his strength went up by 1. Good thing about Walker is that I think he ends his grid near Auron, so then we can move him onto Auron's grid for even more power. Okay, what's this? Reflex. So reflex improves evasion, so her evasion is already 52, not percent, but 52, which is pretty high. Magic defense 46, she's fine. Finally a strength boost for Auron. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's head towards Riku. I don't know how I'm going to get back, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Good stuff, bit of agility, bit of HP. The HP is sorely lacking, but this little circle here is not too bad. 2 more HP boosts in there, so he's slowly catching up. But yeah, Yuna's magic is only 4 less than Lulu, and I believe I've used 2 magic spheres on Lulu's grid, so it goes to show that Yuna's magic ends up being higher than Lulu's. Right, I think that's it. Now, he has some interesting stuff on sale.
Welcome! Holiday prices on all items in celebration of Maester Seymour Guado's wedding.
Celebration. Sonic Steel. I don't think that needs any more explaining. First strike. I am getting that straight away. Because on Tidus, coupled with the Flee ability, it's amazing. It will save you a lot of time. and it will save you from a lot of deaths as well. So very, very important weapon. So make sure you've got enough gil for this. If you don't, go back and do some more fighting. Seriously, it's very valuable. The rest of it, pretty useless. Okay.
Too expensive, you think?
Oh shit, he lowers the price here. Don't be a fool like me. Don't buy anything and then say, let's try again. Yeah, so he knocks his prices down by, I think that was about a quarter. So yeah, do it then. But luckily I had a lot of gil anyway, so it's not a big
I'll
deal.
go with these prices for a while.
Good man. So yeah, learn from my mistakes. I always forget to do that. Okay. So, we're about to head to Macalania Temple. But before that...
Wait. It is here. Somewhere.
What's here?
Something you should see.
But, Sir Auron...
It won't take long.
Guys, come on, it's Sir Auron. You know, you've got to have a little faith in him. I don't think anyone in Sphere has probably seen the shit that Auron's seen. So, if he says he's going to show you something, have no doubt that it's going to be epic. But let's just see what it is. Looks like a pretty interesting tree.
This place... It's just water, isn't it?
This is what spheres are made of. It absorbs and preserves people's memories.
What's that?
Fiends are also attracted to these places.
Ah, Auron always getting us into trouble. Okay, so this guy is a bit of an interesting one. First of all, he's immune to sensors. So, that's not cool. Let's see what happens when you try to attack it. So his defense is fairly high, and he counterattacks with an elemental spell. Okay, so if he's countering with water, then perhaps it's not too much of a stretch to assume that he's weak against lightning. Let's check it out. That's exactly the case. So whatever he's counter-attacking with, you should use the opposite element. So now, obviously, we don't know what element is changed to, so you have to make sure you attack to find out. Okay. So now, ice. I prefer to keep the level 2 ones because they're more useful for customization, so you can always you can do damage with the small ones. So there you go. That's the pattern here, but he does have one fairly dangerous attack that you need to be careful of. What should we do? There is one thing of interest here, and once it's Riku's turn, I will show you that. Let's see if he's immune to silence. Yep. Okay, back to thunder. So if you really want and you're struggling, obviously Aeon overdrives are useful here. If he counters with water, it's a good time to call Ixion and have him do Thor's hammer, his overdrive. So I guess no, I'm not gonna show it now. I'm gonna show it in the next boss battle actually. Again, not really much for Yuna to be doing. It hasn't countered with ice yet, so I guess this might help. So I did say earlier it might be useful to steal Poison Fangs. Some bosses are susceptible to poison. And this one is no exception. Boom. So this one takes 600 damage, so obviously that's not a quarter. So when it comes to boss battles, it's never going to be a quarter of their full health. They're not going to let you have it that easy. Let me show you guys something else of interest. Okay, so Riku's mixers. If you want, by mixing certain items together, you can get Riku to hit multiple times with a particular element. Now, obviously there are hundreds of different combinations of items here, so it's impossible to remember, but all I know is that you should be using obviously a lightning element here. Obviously the stronger the element, the more likely that you are to get more hits. And I think there's a few different variations. There's ones that do 3 hits, maybe 5 hits, or ones that do 9 hits. So the 9-hit one is obviously going to require some pretty powerful items. Let's use Electro Marble and level 1 Key Sphere. We have quite a lot of these. Let's see what it comes out with. So yeah, that's the 5 variation. So there is one more that will do 9 hits. So there you go. That's another thing. Might as well use attack reels. Again, just pure practice. It ranges anywhere from 2 hits to 12 hits, depending on how much you have mastered this ability, this overdrive. But as you can see, because Waka's weak, it's not doing a crazy amount of damage yet. There's just that one attack left that really needs to be seen, and other than that, it's that's about it. Let's wait for it. He's probably going to die before he uses it. 600 was an overkill. So there you go, if you know what you're doing, as is with pretty much every boss in this game, it's pretty easy. So just attack it to find out what element it's weak against and just hit it with that element. Oh. Ooh, Jecht Sphere. So if you ever needed any confirmation that Jecht really did come to Spira, here you have it. Level 2 Key Sphere. Nice. So it's going to be quite a weird experience for Tidus to watch a sphere of his father in Spira. Because up until now it's just been, you know, Auron telling him stuff.
Whoa, this is old. Don't know if you can play it back.
Jecht left it here 10 years ago. Play it back.
So that's why Auron brought him here. What a guy.
What are you taking?
Well, you said it was gonna be a long trip. We'll be seeing a lot of neat things, right? So I thought I'd record it all in this. To show to my wife and kid, you know.
This is no pleasure cruise.
Hey, Braska. Ain't this supposed to be a grand occasion? We're the cheering fans, the crying women.
This is it. Too many goodbyes. People think twice about leaving.
If you say so. Well, it better be a lot more colorful when we come back. A parade for Braska, vanquisher of sin.
We should go. Day will break soon.
Wow, the Three Musketeers, huh? Back in the day. Must have been so awesome. But there's more.
Could you stand closer to him? Good. That should do it.
What's the matter? Afraid I might bite?
Jecht.
Braska, you should take one too. It'll make a great gift for little Yuna.
I suppose.
Lord Braska, we shouldn't be wasting our time like this.
What's the hurry, man?
Ugh. Let me tell you what the hurry is.
Auron.
What's the point? He wasn't on some pleasure cruise.
I think there's more.
Hey, if you're sitting there watching this, it means you're stuck in Spira like me. You might not know when you'll get back home, but you better not be crying. Although I guess I'd understand. But you know what? There's a time when you have to stop crying and move on. You'll be fine. Remember, you're my son. And, well, never mind, I'm no good at these things. Anyways, I believe in you. Be good. Goodbye.
Oh man, he was so close to telling his son that he loved him.
He sounded almost serious, but it was too late.
He was serious. Jecht had already accepted his fate.
His fate?
Jecht, he was always talking about going home to Zanarkand. That's why he took all those pictures, to show them to you when he returned. But as he journeyed with us and came to understand Spira and Braska's resolve, it happened gradually, but Jecht changed. He decided he would join Braska in his fight against sin.
So then, he gave up going home?
That was his decision.
I guess I understood. My old man, he knew there was no way back home, back to Zanarkand. He wanted to go home, but he knew he couldn't. He couldn't go on until he accepted it. Besides, even if he had found a way back, I don't think he would have left his friends behind before their journey was complete. All right, let's go, guys. Maybe I had to start accepting my own fate.
Jecht spheres. Spheres that document Jecht's journey are hidden all over Spira. Defeating the Spherimorph has unlocked the seals that once bound the spheres. Find them. So, Jecht spheres, Braska spheres, and I don't think there's any called Auron spheres, but he's in them basically. Yes, they're scattered across Spira, and we'll run into a few more during the story. But in order to get all of them, we have to wait until the post-game, until we can travel to wherever we like. And once that happens, I will be collecting all of the spheres. And the more spheres you collect, the more overdrives Auron learns. So Auron has learned a new one called Shooting Star, which is pretty cool. And there are 2 more overdrives left for Auron to learn, and we'll pick those up as we find more of these spheres scattered around Spira. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that Tidus wasn't a little bit more emotional. I mean, that's the first time he's really seen anything like that, and his father is literally speaking to him through a sphere in Spira. You know, okay, he almost, he practically almost said that he loves his son. So, for a guy like Jecht, who's so arrogant and hasn't really shown his son much love in his childhood, it's a pretty big thing. So, I mean, he must really, really hate his dad if he managed to, blow it off so easily. But it's interesting that that through this sphere and seeing his dad's own journey through Spiro, that he's come to realize that, you know, I have to start accepting my own fate as well. You know, there's probably no way back home for me, but I've made all of these new friends, and we're on this journey, and I have to do what it takes to help them defeat sin.
Wait,
Yeah?
Jecht loved you.
Oh, come on, please.
He just didn't know how to express it, he said.
Enough about my old man, okay?
I just thought you should know.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
So it shows that there was at least a little part of Tidus that wanted to hear that. But I think a lot of the fathers are like that. Is they find it difficult, especially with their sons. You know, they find it difficult to express their love for their sons. Also, just want to add something that interested me when we watched that FMV of the old Zanarkand before Seymour proposed to Yuna. Tidus immediately recognized that as his own Zanarkand, and he was the only one to do so until Seymour kind of clarified it. So I find it interesting that Tidus didn't mention to the rest of the group, hey guys, the Zanarkand that we saw in that sphere, that's exactly the same place that I'm from. That was literally my hometown. So I'm surprised there wasn't some kind of discussion about that, the fact that, you know, we got to see the place where Tidus came from. So I don't know, I just thought it was interesting that they made absolutely no mention of that, even though Tidus was really shocked that he was back home in that sphere. But yeah, that's the end of that little piece of story, and from here on things are going to intensify. The boss battles are going to increase in number, which is pretty cool, and the story is going to ramp up a notch as well. So yeah, we're going to get into that fairly soon. I am done for today. I may or may not get a chance to record tomorrow. I might be busy with some other things, but I'll be back with more of this game as soon as possible. So once again, as always, thank you all for watching and liking and commenting on the videos, and I look forward to reading more of your comments. I'll see you soon. Take care.